Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my little builds or little how-tos in Minecraft. We're doing another Egyptian one. It's been a little while since I've done one. New space, obviously. So this is the first time I've recorded one in a new space, which is in my new little recording space, which is good. Yeah, so I'm just going to recap what we've done previously before I get on to today's build. And I'll give you some information on today's build as well. I am in creative mode, so this makes it faster. So this is the first build we did, which is the Mastaba, which is good. It's a good build. If you guys want to go and see that, I'll leave that at the end of the video, so you guys can go back to this playlist, to the playlist that I did where I showed how to build these. I'll leave at the end of the video. You'll be able to go and click on that and see the playlist. We've also built over here. This is my attempt at the step pyramid of Saqqara. It's not that bad of a build. There's nothing inside it. There's no point in even looking in there. Actually, there isn't that much inside of it. I just built a burial shaft which is 90 feet. Well, that was the original, 90 feet. So that's all done. And I found this as well, so I'll need to do something with that at some point, which is cool. But yeah, we're going to get on with today's build. And today's build is another pyramid, not built by Dahshur. This is the Dahshur pyramid, step pyramid of Dahshur. We're actually going to be building the pyramid, or the first pyramid, that his successor built. So his successor was called SNEFERU. And this is his first pyramid. And this is the first pyramid he built, which is called the Pyramid of Dahshur. Yeah, this is the pyramid he built. It doesn't look like a pyramid. I know what you're thinking. That looks more like a tower. Well, it was intended to be a step pyramid, and it was completed. And then it wasn't dead, so the general consensus was a pyramid construction would continue until the king's death. However, as they expanded it, they decided to fill in these steps with limestone, which weren't anchored properly, so it basically fell apart. Yeah, so it fell apart, but he started, not just that, with that, he didn't just do that. He did some other stuff within the chambers, within the pyramid, that was revolutionary, which he carried on and used in the other two pyramids he built. He built 3 pyramids. This king was so loved and he was so approachable. There's a story I'll tell later. And here, so this is the ingenious method he used building a big chamber. It's called a corbelled ceiling. And yeah, you can see the little steps there. Basically what they did is they kept stepping in as they went up until it spanned a gap at the top. I've got another picture here. Where is it? Here it is here. Yeah, so you can see at the very top there, it spans a tiny bit, and that's what we're starting with, which was his burial chamber. Yeah, and that's what we're going to be starting with to build in a second. Yeah, so to save a bit of time, I have dug this big massive pit, and yeah, so I'm going to do 5 steps. I'm just going to keep stepping up until it sort of just steps in, hopefully. Yeah, I think it's about 20 high. Yeah, so I think it's about 20 high. It needs to be longer than it is wide. This is about 15 wide, I think. But yeah, I'm going to get on to building it. So I'm going to show you guys the first thing we're going to do. I'm going to do something that wasn't originally in the pyramid. The pyramid, the writing on the walls didn't come into a later pyramid. After the Great Pyramid, actually. I think the pyramid's called Unas. The pyramid of Unas, I think it was called. It's just a burial chamber that's left, but that's the first time they did it. So I think I'm gonna go up 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're just going to place these in. Um, I'm not going to do all of this now, but yeah. So go ahead and fill in all the walls 5 high all the way around with this stuff. I'm just going to do like this top ring just to give me reference for building the cobbled ceiling, which I'm going to build first, and then we'll get on with building a little bit up the top after that. And while I'm putting in the cobbled ceiling, I will give you guys a little story that we know from his reign. It was read on a tablet. But it shows how approachable this king was, this story. Okay. That's going to be annoying. There we go. There we go. So I'm just going to leave this entirely. I'm not going to fill this in right now. I will fill it in for the end. It will be filled in for the end, for the final reveal. But for now, I'm going to go and I'm going to start building the cobbled ceiling. So these walls were left flat and just went straight up. So that's what we're going to leave them. I will fill them in, probably just with smooth sandstone. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place upside down stairs going all the way along like this. And that sort of starts to give you the cobbled effect. So I'm going to do 2 pieces of just sandstone. You can put some sandstone if you want. It wasn't smooth though because it wasn't finished. Of course, when it just collapsed, they just abandoned it. When it failed, they just abandoned it. And but he didn't give up, SNEFERU. He moved on to 2 other sites. He didn't just go on the straw and give up and say, screw it, I'll go back to the old methods. No, he went ahead and built 2 more pyramids. So yeah, and then once you've gone up to, you might want to put another row. You can change the row if you want. I'm not. So why won't these go upside down? Why am I having to place them individually like this? That's very annoying. There we go. So you've got this. So you've got a stair, then 2 flats, and then another stair, and then we're just going to go out again. And we're just going to put 2 more on top like this. And then I'm just going to swap out for something else. What do I have here? Polished granite. We'll use granite. He didn't use granite in his burial chamber. The next king used granite in his burial chamber. So we've got these 2, and we're going to go and do the same on this side. We're just going to start on this side. Adding oh, didn't quite go as planned. Oh god, why won't it go in place? There we go. So I need 2 sandstone on this. Well, because it's going to be hidden. You won't be able to see the granite whatsoever. Because you're literally just putting stairs on it. You're just putting stairs on it, so you won't see it. And as you can see it kind of start to give you that effect, that core world effect. Um, yeah. So the story goes, yeah, I said about a story from his reign. So there's an inscription that was found that talks about a story of he was bored one day and he called for his jester, or that's just what they're saying. I don't know if they were called jesters back then, but his jester was, or like I don't know, royal magician or whatever, for suggestions on what he could do. So he asked him, and he said, "Why don't you get almost 20 beautiful women, um, in the royal harem?" So yes, they had a harem. They had a bunch of women, um, and why don't they row you around, row him round a lake wearing fishnet dresses or whatever. So they did, and he was having a pleasant day until he noticed that one of the women that was on the boat was crying. So, of course, he inquired in what was going on, and she said that she had lost her amulet. So, a little amulet, and she had lost it in the lake, and he offered her a new one. So, he offered to get her a brand new one, and she said no. So, this tells you a lot. She said no to a king. So yeah, so he was very approachable, and he went okay and called for his magician, and the magician parted the waters, a bit like Moses, and his men retrieved the amulet. That's the story, but it's the bit that she says no to him that tells people basically that he was a approachable person. He was like a normal person. He wasn't considered a god, but he was also very approachable. People could say no to him. So yeah, very approachable guy. He's the first pharaoh we have an account of his personal life. He's also the first. You remember that little? If you've ever seen it, it's like a cartouche. So it's basically a piece of rope that would encircle the king's name. He was the first one to use that as well, which is pretty cool. So you can start to see we're getting this sort of corbel effect. It's starting to sort of look like it's stepping in, looking good. Maybe I misjudged how deep this place needs to be. But we'll go with it and see what happens. Maybe I did misjudge how deep this had to be. Doesn't really matter. I can just build up the land. Maybe I should have made it one. Because I don't have that much space before the surface. No, I don't actually. Sorry, I'm gonna build up the land anyway. And put the thing on the top. So it's up to you. You can change the dimensions of it as long as you get this effect that you can see of it sort of starting to go in. Um, yeah, and this would eventually turn into like the circular vaulted ceilings. So you know those sort of rooms you see with like a vaulted ceiling, like a circular vaulted ceiling. It's basically just this. Um, but all they've done is all the little corners from them stepping it in has been shaved off, so it gives that curved effect, which is cool. And we've been using that method to build for thousands of years, which is good. Even the Egyptians were that good at working stone, um, the Egyptians were that good at working stone that later on, Roman, the Romans would say, the Greeks and the Romans would say that they were proud to learn, proud to say that they learned how to work stone from the Egyptians. So I'm basically above ground now. So I'm kind of, I'm not really above ground, because the way I built this bit. I do need to pile up a little. So I do need to add some more. I am going to just, like, once I cover this over, so I'm going to cover it over with some more sand and stuff, and then I'll get on with building like the next part, which is the tower. So we'll get on with this next part. We are getting there. Because we're stepping it in basically 2 blocks every single time we build. We're stepping it in 2 blocks. So there's only 1, 2, 3. There's only about 4 blocks left. So I will be covering this entire thing over. So it's starting to give you that sort of corbelled effect. It looks awesome. So yeah, let's just get this done. Yeah, so need to go one more. Because I want to keep it looking sort of correct. And I'll basically just build a hill around it. I was hoping to have this all underground, but I misjudged how tall this was going to be. Maybe I should have done oh, god damn it. Keep picking the wrong damn one. There we go. And as you can see, there's only like one left. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get some slabs out. So some of these, and the slabs is going to be sort of, oh god, come on. They sort of cover for the top. So come on. Let's see. So there we go. That is how you build a core bolted ceiling. I'm gonna go and plug some of these holes. I'm just gonna go and plug up this hole. Like this. So I need to now cover this over. So I'm just gonna slowly, I'm just gonna basically cover this over with sand. I know this might seem a bit crazy, but I might actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do that just to create. Why won't you just, why do you have to, why can't you just, like, why can't you just run all the way down? That is so fucking annoying. Okay, there we go. And I'm just gonna get some sand out, so I have the sand on me like this, and I'm just gonna cover up some of this, not all of it, but I'm gonna cover up most of it. Because I'm just gonna go on 3 or 4 blocks. Because I'm just gonna like build, slowly but surely build it up so it looks like the pyramid goes deeper, hopefully. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to cover this over, and the way I'm going to do this, I'm just going to use where's sand? Just going to swap my sand, my slabs, so it's next to my sandstone, and I'm just going to put some sandstone down like this, and I'm just going to do that, and some more like this, and then some sand here and here. Come on. Alright. So I'm just going to cover this front over once again, like this. I am going to leave access. I'm going to leave an access entrance. Oh, I should really have some sand just over here, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm going to leave an access entrance about here, so you can go in and you can go down. Yeah, and I will light it up again as well. It will be lit up. You don't have to do any of this. I just kind of have to because I messed up. I sort of messed up big time. So yeah, I'm just gonna cover up most of this, leaving that little hole here. Just make it look like it's kind of like a, I don't know, a robber's. God's sake, go upside down. There we go. Just to make it look like it's been made into an entrance. You know, someone's tunneled in and made this little entrance. So I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna go and skip ahead until I've got this done. So yeah, I'm going to skip ahead until this is done, and we can move on to the second part. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Okay, we're back. So yeah, I got this bit done. I haven't completed in here. I've done a little bit of it. I've got most of it done. It's just like that bit and that bit, which I don't know if I'll do in this video or not. I don't really see the point. I will finish it for the next one though, so I can show it off in the next episode. But we're gonna get on with building our next pyramid. So I'm gonna make mine 8 long. So I'm gonna count to 8 long, and it's gonna be so far that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Will I make it 7 by 7? Yeah, I'm gonna make it 7 by 7. Or 9. No, I'll go with 9. So oh god, I need to go one more out like this. And that creates 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I need to go 9 this way. So I'm at 1, 2, 3. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Should be 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, don't worry, I am going to be using sandstone for this build. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we've got a flat surface, and I'm just going to remind you what this thing looks like. So that's what this thing looks like. Yeah, looks kind of cool. So that's the pyramid that we're going to build. Hopefully, there is of course stuff down here which we're not going to avoid. That's rubble. Also, that's like rubble. A little temple is just off to the side there. But we're focusing on this, which is like a steep inner core, a little bit, and then this little mound bit at the top, which just sort of goes in the way. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. Pop filter on my microphone. So yeah, that's what we're going to be building just right now. And you can see that it looks very much like the sandstone I'm going to use. So we're making this one 9 by 9, so and then I will like beef this out, like the sort of side part. So yeah, we're gonna make this. Let's see, how many tall will we make this thing? Because we're currently only at 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make it 5 tall. 6, and then we'll go in. So we'll go to this height, and then we'll step in, and we'll go up the 3. Yeah, we'll go up 3, and then we'll sort of just start gradually taking it in, to create that little bit on the top, and at the end of it we should get the pyramid of Dahshur. It will look a lot more blocky than the real one, but of course it's one of the hardest pyramids to build in Minecraft. So SNEFERU built 2 of the hardest pyramids to construct in Minecraft. I'll give them that. he built two of the hardest, because this one is, of course, his first failure, but like I said, SNEFERU built three. His second failure is now known as the bent pyramid, and that's the next one I'm doing. However, um, the bent pyramid is a little awkward because it slopes up. The real one slopes up at 53 degrees. I think it's 53 degrees. I'm not sure. It's 52, maybe 52. I think it's maybe 52 originally. It goes up to the base. At the base, it goes up at 52, I think. And then due to the ground not being perfect or not being good enough to support that kind of weight, the pyramid started falling apart. Like, it started cracking, like the burial chamber and stuff cracked inside. So instead of risking this time just falling to bits again, they opted to change it halfway up from 52 degrees to 43 degrees, and that's why they call it the bent pyramid, because it looks like it's bent. Go have a look at a picture of it. And I'm actually going to use some stairs for this bit to start taking it in gradually. And I'm going to add a little bit of definition to it by adding some stairs around the bottom there. Want to do stairs or slabs? I think I want to do slabs actually, but it kind of just gives it that little bit more definition. I know it doesn't look as best. It looks more like the Pharos lighthouse than it does the Pyramid of Dahshur, but you can never build it perfect in you can never build it perfect. And then we'll just add that. So there we go. That is meant to be. Is there any other details that I missed? I'm just going to check that right now. There is a little bit there, but I think it's just damage. But yeah, that's genuinely what it looks like. Mine, of course, I can't slope simply because it's Minecraft and I'm not that good. So yeah, but that is the Pyramid of Dahshur. Almost complete. So we'll add a little bit of rubble to the bottom of this, which is going to be done just with some sand. So we'll get some sand back out and we'll go at it again with some sand. What the hell was that? Yeah. So this sort of just add a bunch of just make it look sort of just random. So it just gives it that little bit of definition, as if it's, a pyramid that's falling apart. Okay. We'll add a bit more sort of rubble like this around the base here. like that, and we'll add a wee bit more here as well. That let's bit here. We'll add a bit more here. This makes it look like it's fallen to pieces a little more. Bit more here, I think. There we go. That is my pyramid of Dahshur. Pretty much finished, actually. This is my little entranceway, so we'll go in here right now. There's not much else I can really do. Stuff keeps spawning here, and I'm just gonna like blur the place in torches. I know it's not correct, but yeah. Pretty cool looking mummy zombies and spiders and creepers. That was a creeper. This one's got a backpack on. Yeah, here's the creepers. Little Tutankhamun creepers. There we go. But yeah. Oops. Wrecking the place already. Have I just built the place? I'm already wrecking it. There's that's kind of what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna do this side in a second because it's getting. I know this is just kind of wasting a bit of time, but I just want to show you guys what it's gonna look like finished. I'm considering it. I'm still kind of sitting here considering it in my mind whether to add something that's left in the pyramid to this day, and it's heavy wooden cedar beams. But I don't really know how to do them. I need a torch. I can't actually see what I'm doing. So there's not much left to do. It's just this really. So there we go. that's the end. I might go ahead and try and add these cedar beams just before I finish what I'm doing. Do I have what we're I'm just gonna pick a random uh wood. Uh we'll go with this. To represent the sort of acacia wood. Um so we'll add a heavy cedar beam. We'll add a few, and so these are kind of like what they would use to lift the pharaoh sarcophagus into place. Um, it's been there's no proper pictures of how the cedar beams were, so these will have to do. But yeah, so yeah, that is the pyramid of SNEFERU, or the pyramid of Dahshur, which is his first pyramid. But yeah, pretty damn cool. Yeah. And here's Joser's one. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the bent pyramid next. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it, but I'll get to it eventually. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.